How's it going, YouTube? Sorry, Chillo here, and just wanted to bring you guys my first look into Oblivion. Now, I had a couple days to play it since it launched. I went to the midnight release, and it was a lot of fun. Met some pretty cool people there, and I obviously did my first or my unboxing video. You can see the boxes back there, and then I have my little dragon statue and stuff up there on top of my desk to watch over my entire room. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I don't care. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I cannot find a legitimate major complaint about the game. I literally cannot. Anything that I have complaints about, quite literally, are minor. They're minor. They're almost not even worth really talking about. The only two things that I can think of is the graphic texture glitches where some of the characters' body parts and weapons go through their clothing and whatnot, but it's kind of hard to kind of work on that. It's very specific in coding, so I can let that slide. I've seen that in many games before. It's mildly annoying, but not an end all. The other one is the difficulty shift when it comes to fighting different enemies and being in certain areas. Which, to kind of explain that, the perfect way to explain it is to give you this example. I was walking around and I found this elephant mammoth thing on my radar. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I run up there and I see a giant. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? Ooh. Shoot an arrow at it. So it's like, it turns around, looks at me. So I run up to it. I immediately just charge up in there with my dual wielding out, and I'm just slashing away at him. Next thing he knows, he flicks me with his big finger, and I go flying back into the fucking Imperial City in Oblivion. Like quite literally, he was able to just go, and I'm dead. Fun, right? The thing is, about the difficulty, it switches. It shifts a lot, but it's not really that big of a problem because if you're smart, you know what to do. You should be perfectly fine in combat, and just try to stick to places that are more appropriate for your level. More appropriate, not appropriate for your level, but appropriate for your current experience with the game. Because I found that like snowy saber cats, if you get two saber cats on you, you're done for. Because that's just not a nightmare. You get several enemies that are strong on you, you're done. If you get several enemies that are weaker than you, you'll be fine. It's all about picking the fights, and just trying to stay in the area that you're best suited for. The other thing is you want to try to upgrade your weapons as much as possible, or not your weapons, but your equipment in general, because having the extra equipment and getting the perks inside the equipment that you're using definitely can help. Oh, actually, there is another thing that I kind of found a minor grievance, really. The game is more like a Fallout feel when it comes to the leveling system, which I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I actually like it because it takes the things of Fallout and makes them better. You're actually able to choose between what you want to upgrade and what you want to specifically, what you want to specifically work on, and the perks inside of that. If there's no like, okay, well you just get to this level and you get this perk. That's gone. Here you can actually see your perks, and you have to get to a certain level to be able to attain a perk, or like a certain skill level, sorry, to obtain a perk. But it doesn't it doesn't give that feel in Fallout where you have to sit there and just continuously hammer on one thing. You dun 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 dun, or it doesn't feel like you had to, okay, you get a level, you get a perk. It's just from this random list of shit. It actually kind of breaks it into that. I'm sorry, that's for you Fallout people. I know you're gonna point that out too. My bad. When it comes to let me redo that. When it comes to the perks, when you level up, you actually get to choose between like what skill you want to particularly level up versus in Fallout where it's just a list of stuff and you just kind of pick and choose from there. I'm sorry, that's my bad on that, but I'm gonna leave it in here. Pick it apart if you want. Skyrim system is definitely better though when it comes to that. Definitely feels more personalized. Kind of gives it more of a I can actually pick and choose things, make my character the way it wants. It obviously leaves more room for error, which yeah, that can be a big problem. But it's just like I have this option. Here we go, type of thing. It's great. But it's still not a huge issue. I mean, the system may be like Fallout's, but it's not a big issue. It's just kind of it just kind of rubs me a little weird when it comes to that because I'm not a big Fallout fan, so but it works. They make it work in this game for me, which is nice. The difficulties when it comes to combat are really not that big of an issue. The things that I like about the game, my God, tears, man, tears rolling down my face when I saw how fucking beautiful this game is. And I'm playing it on my PC. So I got this monster of a PC here playing monster worth of graphics, and I'm seeing beauty in its raw potential form. It's mind-blowing. The journal is nice. The questing is pretty self-explanatory. The map is in it's just like everything about so much detail. I could sit here and spend half an hour telling you everything that I noticed right away when it came to detail. Just everything. It was beautiful. This is honestly game of the century, if there is one. Because everything was ironed out. They took everything from the last few games, with the exception of a few things, and they ironed it. They just and it's just perfect. It really is. If this is not even, I can't even say this is a full review because I actually haven't completed any of the main story quest lines yet. I've only just delved into this thing, man. I haven't even really gotten like too intense into it. And it's perfect. It's it's the way it's the way an RPG should feel. It is the way that an RPG should play and feel. And that is the best way to describe Skyrim. Anyone who is an RPG fan has to pick this up. And if you're not picking this up for whatever reason, then you're missing out. Because this is just excellence. Excellence in a neat little black case. Alright? Neat little black case. Like I said, this isn't the official review though, this is just the first look. But from what I've experienced thus far, just this is already got game of the year. I can't even explain to you. Like it came out, it was played, boof. And I honestly feel bad for all the people that sat there at the Modern Warfare 3 launch, like the night or two before at the GameStop I went to, because they have absolutely no idea what the fuck a true game is if they're gonna sit there and say, "Oh hey, this game is great." No, Skyrim, man, that's where it's at. That's where the big money is, and it's going places. That is the first look. Hope you'd enjoyed it. I'll get a review out someday, hopefully. After I get 300 or 400 hours into it. But anyway, sorry, Chillo out.